Hi everyone, this is Sudipti. Today my topic is about Android operating system. Coming to the introduction part, Android operating system is being used for different devices such as mobiles, tablets, smartwatches, tabs, etc. Google have developed an operating system based on the Linux kernel, and this operating system is called Android. With the development of technology, more portable devices are manufactured in the market such as mobile, tablets, watches, etc. Android operating system takes the highest market share and is currently used in smartphones designed by different manufacturers. And coming to the history part, Android operating system is an open source operating system that was developed by Google in the year 2008. It is an operating system that is developed on the top of Linux kernel. Well, Android is the core operating system. It would also allow the manufacturers to customize their devices on top of it. Android was first used in device manufactured by HTC in the year 2008. One of the most important characteristics of Android is that there would be consistent updates in the operating system, and there are different versions of OS that are being introduced in the market. And however, the naming convention followed by the Google for its Android version is interesting. The different versions of the Android are named in the alphabetical order, and they are named after desert. Android is indicated by using this logo shown here, and Google reduces the updated versions of Android with enhanced features for the devices. There are currently 12 versions of Android that are released in the market till date. Below are the names of Androids that are released in the market so far, and the versions and the version names are the first version is Cupcake, Donut, Eclair, Froyo, Gingerbread, Honeycomb, Ice Cream Sandwich, Jelly Bean, Kit Kat, Lollipop, Marshmallow, Nougat, Oreo, and Pie. And coming to the Android 1.0 or an Android 1.1, with the two versions released, camera, Gmail, Google Maps, YouTube, HTML browser, Wi-Fi, and other features were included in the version 1.0. The Android market was one of the version's unique features. And coming to the Android 1.5 Cupcake version, it included capabilities such as auto rotation of the screen, video recording, copy and paste, a function that allowed users to post videos to YouTube, widget support, third party keyboard support, and more. In all of its applications, this addition also brought a speedier and more improved user interface. And coming to the next version 1.6 Donut, CDMA based networks were included. It was without a doubt GSM technologies that were in use, bookmarks, gallery, camera, text to speech, and a powerful camcorder with faster camera accessibility were among the significant and noteworthy changes. Coming to Android 2.0 Eclair version, and 2.0.1 API 6 and 2.1 with three versions available. It also had live wallpapers, a drag and drop lock screen feature, flash on cameras, and zooming, a smart dictionary, voice guiding on Google Maps, and HTML5 support. And coming to next version 2.2 Froyo, it has a few more functions such as a device pin or password protection, USB tethering, Wi-Fi hotspot, Adobe Flash support, and so on. Other Froyo releases including Android 2.3.1 and 2.3.2 included significant improvements and bug fixes for the Nexus S. And coming to the next version 3.0 Honeycomb, it was released alongside the Motorola Zoom tablet, and was designed specially for phones with large screens and tablets. For the menu, back and start functionalities, this release attempted to eliminate the physical button in favor of a virtual one. The system bar, the ability to move between programs, and the ability to secure user data were also included in this Android version release. And coming to Android 3.1, pointing devices, joysticks, external keyboards, and game pads were also supported. It's worth noting that this series also included more advanced USB auxiliary connectivity. And next version 3.2, this version was published in 2011 July with the primary goal of providing a stable hardware system and allowing some programs to access files on the SD card. Other display features were also included in the series to make it easier for users to identify between different Android smartphones. And coming to Android 4.0 ice cream version sandwich, uh, it was the first time the face unlocks function for smartphones was introduced. Aside from that, the version contained features like notification sliding gestures, data and Wi-Fi consumption tracking, screenshot feature, and some apps without having to unlock the phone and prefed text to call answers. And coming to Android 4.1 Jelly Bean was the name of the variation. Android 4.0 was the first version and it supported left to right or right to left text, international languages, text expansion for additional details and activities, with a lock screen that could display any type of content. And coming to Android 4.4 KitKat, it included a unique function called OK Google, which allowed the user to visit Google with only 512 MB of RAM. Google Hangouts were also introduced, which allows users to keep all SMS and MMS messages in one place. Emojis are now available on Google Keyboard on the KitKat version. And coming to 5.0 Lollipop version, it was the first OS to implement the material design language. The navigation bar and notification for the lock screen were included, and HD voice calls and device protection to protect the device from malicious individuals. Nexus 6 tablet and Nexus 7 were the first phones to come with Android pre-installed. And coming to Android 6.0 Marshmallow, it included features such as USB Type-C support, the introduction of Android Pay, now known as Google Pay, fingerprint biometric unlocking, a vertical scrolling application menu, Google Now on tap, and more. The Nexus 5X and Nexus Pixel were the first smartphones to come with Android pre-installed. Marshmallow was also pre-installed on the Pixel C tablet. Android 7.0 Knockout. This version included a number of enhancements, including the ability to multitask, split screen mode, and speedier switching between applications. The LG V20, Pixel, and Pixel XL are the first pre-owned handsets to come pre-installed with the Nougat. And coming to 8.0 Oreo, picture in picture mode, autofill mode, notification channel, and other features were included in this version. The Pixel 2 phones were the first to come with Android 8.0 Oreo pre-installed. And coming to Android 9.0 Pie, a few new features and adjustments were included in this version, and also the usual navigation button was replaced with an extended button in the center, which was designated as the new home button. And coming to Android 10 version, there were a few upgrades and adjustments in this release, as well as few new APIs. The system dark mode was a standard feature of Android 10. The other innovations of Android Q included gesture navigation, a smart reply mechanism for all messaging apps, and more advanced management over application-based permissions. Android 11. It had a lot of new features. One of the new features enabled by the Android version was screen recording. There was also a feature that allowed the user to save all alerts from various apps for up to 24 hours. Coming to the latest version, Android 12, Wi-Fi sharing with other devices, as well as the addition of emojis, text to screenshots taken with any Pixel device, or just a few of the highlight of Android 12. And coming to design goals of Android, the design of any operating system need to have some goals that are to be achieved. Similarly, Google has certain design goals for its operating system. The most important design goals of Android are as below, and the following are the design goals of Android are concurrent systems, security, resource sharing, portability, future software and hardware changes. And coming to the concurrent system, Android operating system is designed in such a way to support multiple users and multiple devices at the same time. And coming to the security design goals of Android operating system are designed in such a way that they are not easily vulnerable to security breaches. Security has always been the primary concern for Google in the design of Android OS. And coming to the resource sharing design goals of Android, as modern day systems are shared by various individuals for different processes, it is important for the OS to provide adequate resources for them. Android OS is designed with the goal of sharing the resources among various processes that are executed by the system. And coming to the portability design goals of Android OS is designed in a compatible manner so that it can be used in various devices such as mobiles, tablets, watches, etc. And coming to the future software and hardware changes, Android is designed in such a way that it could easily adapt to the future changes in hardware and software. With the growth of technology, both hardware and software would experience a change, and therefore Google has designed Android in a supportive way. There is a constant evaluation of new changes and devices in the market, and it is therefore important for Google to make sure that their operating system is designed to meet the future software and hardware changes. And coming to the memory management in Android operating system, as far as Android is concerned, it uses paging and map instead of providing swap space to manage memory. Any memory that was allocated to an application remains in the RAM unless and cannot be paged out until all the references are released. Operating system need to effectively manage the memory as they need to handle multiple applications at the same time. The memory can only be released if the object references are released by the applications. When files are mapped without any modification, it can be mapped out of RAM when it wants the memory to be used for any other applications. And Android manages the memory in a dynamic manner. As soon as the memory location is no longer used by any application, the memory location is freed and is put back in the heap. The memory size allocated to any process in Android ranges from 2 MB to 36 MB. There are three types of memory in Android, namely RAM, ZRAM, and storage. RAM is the fastest memory as it is readily accessible, and it is generally high-end devices that have highest amounts of RAM. ZRAM is a part of RAM which is mainly used for the SAP space. And coming to the processor management in Android operating system, any process in Android can be classified into below four processes as below. First one is foreground process, visible process, service process, and captured process. And this is the image that is related to the processor management in Android operating system. And these are the priority levels for the processor stages. And coming to the foreground process, the process which is currently being executed in the foreground is classified as foreground process. And visible process is a type of process which is not available in the foreground but the user is aware of, and therefore killing the process would impact the user experience. And coming to the service process, it is a type of process which always keep running in the background unless there are any memory constraints for the foreground applications. And catched process, it is a state of process which is not required by the user, and hence system can kill it as and when other applications need additional memory. And these are the stages that various stages that are present in processor management in Android operating system. And this is the picture related for the stages. There are 5 stages. One is start stage, ready stage, running stage, terminated stage, and the wait stage. Coming to the start stage, in this stage the state of process gets changed from null to new state. And ready state, it is a state where the process goes from new state to the ready state. Running state, it is a state where the process are picked up by the operating system which are in the ready state using process scheduler and dispatcher. And terminated stage, as the process stops, the state of the process is changed from running state to the terminated state. Apart from these, there will be a wait state where process would wait due to some dependencies. And device management in Android operating system. Android device management is an organized approach that is used to provide Android tools to the users by ensuring that the data is protected. It would primarily deal with the installation and management of various devices that works in a network. With the help of Android device management platform, IT departments in the organizations can carry out various activities such as remote connections, automatic software updates, security patches, etc. on the devices. And coming to the file management in Android operating system, file management system helps in creation of new files and stores them in appropriate locations on the system. With the help of operating system, files with different file extensions are stored and managed in the devices. The hierarchy in file management system includes directories, subdirectories, and files. File management is a function of operating system that deals with the organization and storing of files in a system. And the security management in Android operating system. The open source nature of Android OS makes it vulnerable to security breaches. It is designed in a multi-layered architecture that supports open platform as well as security of the user's data. Android would implement its security management system in the form of permissions that are obtained from the users. It is always essential that appropriate security measures are taken so that confidentiality, integrity, and availability of users' data, apps, device, and network are maintained. And this is the diagram related to the Android security model. We have resources, and in resources we have data storage and some application components, and we have sandbox that includes various different applications. There will be a sandbox that would consist of various applications. When a user would access the application, permissions would be denied and permission based security is enforced. The users are provided control over the permissions given to the applications and can deny the application access if they feel it as a threat. And user interfaces on Android operating system. Below are the three user interfaces that are supported by Android OS in the market. The first one is GUI, called as graphical user interface. When the interaction between system and the users are established with the help of icons, windows, menus, etc., it comes under graphical user interface, and Android supports GUI. Voice interface is a type of means where users would provide instructions to the devices through voice commands. It is most widely used in smartphones, smartwatches, etc. Touch interface. Android also supports touch interface as we often see in our mobiles. The instructions can be fed to the device by touching the screen. And companies in the line of business, Android OS is used by most of the mobile manufacturing companies. Today there are around 24,000 devices that are currently using Android operating system, and as many as 1300 brands around the world use Android. As far as the smartphone market is concerned, Android occupies the major share in the market. While Windows was one of the oldest operating system developed by Microsoft, iOS is the operating system that is developed by Apple exclusively for its devices. And coming to the conclusion of Android operating system, overall Android operating system has a huge scope in the future as most of the devices would be built using Android OS due to the flexibility it provides to the users. As it is an open source platform, security is one of the primary considerations for Google, and Android comes up with the best security mechanisms that provides the users privacy. And these are the references that I have taken from to work on this research project. Thank you so much.